Hey there, how there, ho there, it's Jeff Carter. Welcome you to another PC Replay Baseball Spirit 76 playoffs thing. And this could all end tonight on this Thursday, August the 27th. We've done a playoff series. The four division winners, that mean Kansas City, Yankees, Phillies, and Reds, doing their jobs. They got through to the qualification. Well, the qualification rounds was 3 versus 6. It was Oakland, Boston, Houston, and the Mets doing their job. Um, yeah, so the Yankees took care of Oakland in 4. The Royals had a sweep going against the Red Sox and choked in Boston 2 games, and then they lost Game 5 on home turf. Phillies took care of Houston in 4. The Mets swept the Reds, and the Reds are supposed to be the super team, but they weren't. The Yankees took care of Boston in 6 games. They were up 3-0 and almost choked it, but won Game 6 at home, and Philly swept the Mets. Phillies are up 3-0 on the Yankees with 1 game to go, potentially. Phillies have Larry Christensen on the mound against Ken Holtzman. The Yankees are going to hold stand pat in case they need Catfish Hunter for Game 5. The Phillies, this is their lineup: Cash, Boa, Schmidt, Lisinski, Allen Johnson, Max Boone, and Tim McCarver, but they're going to say no on Tim McCarver. They're going to go with Rick Bossetti to DH. They're up 3-0. Who cares? I personally would have went with Tom. No, I probably would have went with Tony Taylor. Anyway, the Yankees, their lineup: Rivers, White, Munson, Pinella, Chambliss, Nettles, Randall, Stanley, and Gamble. I was thinking about maybe Carlos May to be DH, but Lou Pinella was one of the bright spots in Game 3. Here we go. Is this the end of the road for this type of thing?
Top of the first.
Yankees name: Valentine, Coca-Cola, and Nasson are your sponsors. Ken Holtzman, 1-1. This will be the third start, 4.9 from St. Louis. His job: Dave Cash, batting .348, 6 RBIs from Utica in his home state. He will ground out. Remember, Cash in '77 became a free agent signing with the Expos and crashed out in 3 years. Barry Boa, the Boa constructor from Sacramento, batting .327 with 9 ribbies. Infield single.
One out, man on first.
It's a reroll. It's a 4. It's a possible wild pitch. Has to be higher than a 1. It is. So Boa will move the second base. So Holtzman fumbled it. Now,
one out, man on second.
The Yankees. Well, now there's one tiny little problem. Mike Schmidt from Dayton, Ohio. 3 times he's had a multiple home run game, 2 or more home runs, and 2 of them in the series, games 2 and 3. He was listless against Catfish Hunter, and then he hit 2 home runs in games 2 and 3. Now he's got 7 home runs in this playoffs with 19 RBIs. This is his 12th game, of course. He's batting .356. He is the top batting average guy. Pitching the way. Oh, crap. It landed on a 6. He needs a low number, though. That is a 3. That is a low number-ish. That's a base hit. Does Boa score? The answer is... I think he'll go for it. Might as well. And nope. It's an RBI single by Schmidt. Well, he doesn't hurt the Yankees with a home run. He hits him with a single. Here's Greg the Bull Lisinski from Chicago, who did play for Chicago in the '83 White Sox season. He's hitting .310 with a home run and 10 RBIs. Hit the third, and ooh, that could be an error. I doubt it. It is an error by Chambliss. Ooh, oof.
One out, men on first and second.
Here comes Dick Allen, 292. 2 runs, 9 RBIs from Wampum, Pennsylvania, so he's playing for his home state. The guy played for the 1964 team that had that famous choke in the National League, losing the pennant to the Cardinals. He's back on level terms. Line drive towards the left. That's a base hit. Schmidt, will he go for it? He does. Allen gets an RBI. It's 2-0 for the Phillies.
1 out. Men on first and second.
Well, they started off fast yesterday. Jay Johnstone noticed the flake, 300 with 7 RBIs from Manchester, Connecticut. He would be more of a flake being with the Dodgers and getting under Tommy Lasorda's skin. Pitch in the way. He flies to center. Lucinski definitely is not going to go
2 outs. Men on first
run
and
when
second.
he's a terrible runner. Gary Maddox, 333 with 6 RBIs and a home run from Cincinnati. He didn't have to play his hometown team because the Mets weren't in it for them. Hit the third, and he out.
2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the first.
Anyway, Larry Christensen, this is his 3rd start. His ERA has been dismal from Everett, Washington. It's strange how he has won a game. Well, he's 1-0. I think he was battered in that, 13 game and survived from Everett, Washington. Mickey Rivers, the center fielder from Miami, and a 235 with no RBIs. It's just shocking. When you have people like Tommy Hudden, who is on the bench for Philly, who with 3 RBIs in the postseason, and he's a part-timer. Rivers gets a base hit. Now,
no outs, men on first.
Give him chances. And he's a star, which means he will either try to steal or not steal. To steal or not to steal. That's the question, and he does steal second base off of Boone.
No outs, men on second.
Here's Roy White, 245, a home run, 4 RBIs. From Los Angeles. I don't think he played for the Dodgers.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Roy White's going to take a chance of bunt. Christensen can only get the runner at first. So Rivers at third, and now Munson, the captain,
1 out,
has a chance to score a run for the Yankees. He had 7 RBIs from Akron, Ohio. Sadly, this was 3 years before his track death. Pitch play. Hit the second, and he's out at first. Rivers will score with an RBI grounder. Munson.
2 outs, bases empty.
It counts all the same. It's 8th, second on the team. Lou Piniella at 281. This is his 10th game. He's only had 2 RBIs. He did hit 2 triples against Oakland. He had a good day yesterday. That's why he's in the lineup today. No ouch.
1 run, 1 hit, and none left on.
1 out.
Top of the second.
Top of the second. 8-9-1. Bob Boone, the catcher from Slam Diego. 343 with 6 RBIs. Pitch and light. This might be big. It's a 4, so they go by his speed. He has 50-50 chance of getting to first base. It's a 1, so it's an infield single by Boone.
No outs, men on first.
And, well, the Phillies trying to find him. Tommy Hudden has sucked. Tim McCarver, they don't trust with the DH spot, so it goes to Rick Bassetti, the future Blue Jay. A couple years later, he would be a Blue Jay. From Redding, California, 13 games in real life. This will be his 2nd game. He was 1-for-1 hitting. Number the short, and that's a double play. Yeah, the Phillies have
2 outs,
good hitters,
bases
but
empty.
the DH spot's just been a massive question mark. Back to the top of the order for Cash. And a whoop.
2 outs, men on first.
Here comes Boa. He'll lift one to center. Rivers is poor defensively, so he might catch this one. I say he does. Boa says no.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the 2. 5-6-7, Chris Chambliss, 262 and 7 RBIs from Dayton, Ohio. Rival of his captain, Munson, for Akron. Akron and Dayton are big rivals. Now, Chambliss was a real-life hero in 1976, hitting the pennant-winning home run in the American League against the Royals and Mark Littell at Yankee Stadium. So he should know anything about heroics. What?
No outs, men on first.
Here's Greg Nettles, 277, 2 runs, 5 RBIs. Needles Nettles from San Diego. Pitch. He hits it to short. Boa makes the catch. 1 out.
1 out, man on first.
Willie Randolph, 205 for RBIs from Holy Hill. The youngster Willie Randolph. This was his first full season as a Yankee. He came over. He was a Pirates prospect that traded to the Yankees alongside Doc Ellis, who was the Game 3 starter yesterday. To the Yankees for Doc Medic. And it worked out for the Yankees in a sense. Come back into the picture. He'll have a double play opportunity. Gets 1, maybe 2. No, he beats the real life, so Randolph is safe as an FC.
2 outs, man on first.
Here comes Fred Stanley, a shortstop from Farmville, Iowa. Now, a lot of people thought that Bucky Dent was the shortstop for the 76 Yankees. No, he was for the 78 Yankees, but this is 76. And Bucky Dent was a White Sox. Played in this tournament. And 206 with 3 RBIs. That's it. Randolph. Oh, 2-2, that's first and third, and now the Yankees have a chance to tie the game.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Here's Oscar Gamble, 12 RBIs, batting 9th. He was always the number 9 hitter. Stanley might steal. It's not for sure. It is, so Stanley steals second base. Second and third.
2 outs, men on second
Oscar
and third.
Gamble, 333. 5 runs, 12 RBIs, leads the Yankees in all 3 categories. Schmidt leads in all 3 categories for the Phils. And the prettiest little throw around from Raymer, Alabama. Pitch of the way. Hit the first and close play. Are we tied? No. Gamble thought he had another RBI, but he didn't.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on.
Christensen can wipe his brow.
Top of the third.
On to the third, 3-4-5, and Michael Jackson leads off. 9, red 6, another column 6. But this time, it's not enough for a home run. He'll get a single. It's the least damaging for the
No outs, man on first.
Yankees. Here's Lisinski. Get to second, and Randolph thought he had it, but the base hit by the ball.
No outs, men on first and second.
First and second for Dick Allen. He's got the other RBI other than Schmidt. Goodbye, Holtzman.
1 out, men on first and second.
Icon for the Cubs and the A's. Here's Johnstone. Line drive to right field. And chance for extra bases. Has to be higher than a 4 though. It's not. It's a single, and Schmidt stays at third.
1 out. Bases
now it's
loaded.
up to Gary Maddox to do something. Smacks it, but right to the pitcher. He gets the throw to home and gets the double play.
That's their second double play turn today.
And Maddox cannot finish the job.
No runs, 3 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the third.
Here's Mickey Rivers back to plate. And a fly ball, Lisinski makes the catch. Unalto.
1 out, bases empty.
Roy White. He flies to center.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here's Furman Munson. Deep fly. He was looking for the home run, but no. Christensen gets a clean inning.
And just like that, the inning's over.
The first clean inning of game number 4. On to the 4th, 8-9-1. Boom to start. Goodbye,
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Posetti. Hit the snap short, and he's out. Yeah, Philly has a glaring hole at DH.
2 outs, bases empty.
Could have went with Tim McCarver, but with the fact that Holtzman's pitching, they didn't think so. And Cashline's out, so Chris Holtzman, nice job.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Easy peasy.
Bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th. Now let's do it. Hit the second, and Cash. Nope. Oh, it is. 156.
No outs, man on first.
Red 6. Hey, Joey. Chambliss. Now by the short, they'll get 1 out. That's better than that's just
1
as
out,
good as
man on
double play
first.
because the lead runner doesn't screw you. Here's Nettles. Here comes Needles. I think that's a hit. This a hit. Just a hit. Nettles. No, you got it. 4-2, and he makes a boo-boo. What the hell, Chambliss? Trailer has to be a low number. It is a 2, so Nettles will jump to second base. So, yeah, Lucinski throws him out of third.
2
Nettles
outs,
just
man
jumped
on
up to
second.
second, so it's a single and advancement to second for Nettles, and a pitiful out for Chambliss. Pitch to Willie. Hit to second, and he's out. So instead of potentially tying the
No
game,
runs, one
Chambliss
hit,
runs himself
one
into
error,
a bad
and
out.
one left on. Top of the fifth.
I wonder if that is a mistake by the lake. Here's Boa. Deep fly. Cat. Again, though.
1 out, bases empty.
Schmidt to third, and he's out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Lucinski to short, and he's out. So Holtzman's getting into a rhythm.
An easy inning to score.
And I think
1,
both
2,
teams
3.
are getting into that rhythm.
Bottom of the fifth.
Are we going to see a dead ball sense score, or are we going to see a high modern score? Here comes Stanley. Nope. Cash flips it to Allen. Yeah, Fred Stanley
1 out,
made his
base is
first
empty.
stolen base in this game of the playoffs. Gamble. Schmidt makes the catch. That's two.
2 outs, bases empty.
Possibly. Rivers with his fifth steal. And triple. Nice. Has to hang on. So Mickey Rivers triples. It's not an RBI triple. I would think
2 outs, man on third.
Now, can Roy White drive him in? The answer is yes. Base hit by Roy White. 2-2. You have the call.
2 outs, man on first.
Here's Munson. It's a short. Oh, it's a possible for a single, so he has the advantage. That is Munson to first and second. This could be big.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Here's Pinella. Hits it to short, and ooh, really? Must be a high number. It's not. They do tie the game though.
1 run, 3 hits, and
so
2
Philly
left
and
on.
New York are literally tied. 2 runs on 7 hits
Top of
and
the
an
sixth.
error. On to the 6th, and here comes Dick Allen. And he gets a base hit. First in a while. Yeah, Holtzman. Well,
No outs, men on
Holtzman's
first.
got more stamina than Christensen. Pitch to Johnstone. Hit the short, and oh, Stanley thought he got the glove on it for a double play, which would be big. Third double
No
play
outs,
of the
men on first and
day,
second.
but nope. It will be minutes. He flies to center. Dick Allen is not a good runner, so he'll hold.
1 out, men on first and second.
Yeah, OTP, you see more that stuff. Here's Boone. He gets a base hit. Allen might stay. I think he'll stay. He will stay, and now it's up
1
to
out, bases
Rick
loaded.
Bassetti. They told Holtzman, if the run comes across, you're dead beat. You're gone. Bassetti. Strikes out. Holtzman lets him. And now gets a nice catch.
2 outs, bases
To
loaded.
cash him in. Holtzman wants to stay out there. And he does. Bases jammed the Phillies, and he's
No runs, 3 hits, and 3 left
the
on.
knockout punch.
Bottom of the sixth.
No knockout punch here. Here's Chambliss. It's at the first, and ooh, really? Possible. It is. Second over for the Phils.
No outs, men on first.
Here's Nettles. And Christensen will run to the bag himself. Runner moves to second.
1 out, men on
You
second.
don't see that every day. Round out. Here's Randolph. Ball forward. I think we're going to yank him in.
1 out,
What do you do?
men on first and
Christensen,
second.
what do you do? Do you let him pitch against Stanley? Against Stanley, they're going to let him pitch. And Schmidt makes the catch at third, 2 down for
2 outs, men on first and
now
second.
you're going to yank him. Yep, they're going to yank him. And it will be Schuler, who has done decently, 1-0 with a save. This will be his 5th game. Pitch away. And it works. He gets Gamble. It worked.
No runs,
Christensen
no
won't
hits,
get the win,
1 error,
nor the loss.
and 2 left on. Top of the 7th.
Holtzman Oh, and now this is a more a photo, not like a painting. You see the scoreboard in action. Here's Larry Foa. Hits a short, and he's out. That's one down.
1 out, bases empty.
Holtzman says, I can get Schmidt. Well, he's got a pair of hits off you. It's 2-2, and remember, you must win to keep it going. Where are going to go? They're going with Doyle. Dower Doyle is going to come in to pitch. He's 1-0. He's got a 2.35 ERA. Pitch in the way. Uh-oh. Did that cost him? Nah, it's just a single. Another single by Schmidt. At least you're keeping him in the
1
ballpark.
out, man on first.
Here's the bull. And he gets a base hit. Schmidt will stay at second. Yes, first and second.
1 out,
For
man on
Dickie
first
Allen.
and second.
Man, I can't believe how good he was. Pitch it away. He gets a base hit. Schmidt will probably go. 1-6 as the next base plus. So Dick Allen gets another RBI. Now the trailers move up. We need a low number to move up. It's a 5, so they'll stay.
1 out.
Dick Allen makes it 3-2. And Doug Sander is not the answer. They gotta take him out. They're gonna go with Tidrow. I'm actually shocked they're going with him, but we need something. John Snow. Back to the pitcher. He'll throw to second for 1. Back to first. No. Dower Doyle gave up 3 straight hits.
2 outs, men on first and
third. They
third.
need something. Tidrow makes it first and third, and now Maddox. Can he get RBI this time? Ooh, fair play. It's a 2, so they go by speed. They'll probably go for Lisinski. Why are you retired the batter? Only a 6 will retire him. I would have went for Lisinski, but it's an RBI single, so... Ooh. As guys the 1, the runner speed is better than the 3. Roll the error rate. Oh, and Tidrow makes a big error, second and third. So it is an E1 trying to get Maddox.
2 outs, men on second and third.
Second and third for Bob Boone. Right to the way. Well, that's at least a single because it's column 6. But it's a home run. He needs a low number. That is a high number, but it might be a 2 RBI hit. Johnstone scores. Max scores at 6-2. Bob Boone does his job. What the heck is happening to the Yankees in the 7th? They just can't get anyone out. Here's Bossetti. And he flies out to right. But they put 4 on the board.
4 runs.
Remember, the Phillies in game 1.
And 1 left on.
Despite Carlton giving up 3 home runs. Game 2, they actually had to fight nip and tuck to the 7th. And then 3rd, they just pulled it off.
Bottom of the 7th.
6-2. Here's Schuler. Well, Schuler is in line for a second win in relief. Rivers hits it to 3rd. A bunt down the line. Cheeky.
Hey.
Oh, it's one of the... Both guys had to be higher than
first.
It had to be 2 or higher. But 1 was a 1. Rivers is going to try to steal. I think he will. Nope. 15. He'll hold.
No outs, man on first.
Fortunately, though, it was in a plus sign because then he went out. Wait. Get the base hit. Listen seconds. Good guy for Mickey Rivers.
No outs, men on first and
RBIs
second.
in the postseason. Here's Munson. Lubin drive to right. Johnstone's a 5 defensively, so he has a good chance to get him. It's a 3. He's out. Rivers does jump to 3rd base. I think they kind of will not pay attention to him.
1 out, men on first and third.
Here comes Piniella. And he will get a base hit. He's at 6-3. Proving why Piniella was the RPH.
1 out, men on first and second.
He's given up 3 hits in his chambliss. So Gene Garber is going to come out and try to stop the bleeding. Pitch in the way. Hit or miss? I think it's a hit. Not really. It's a 5. It's a single by Chambliss. Wait. Probably go. The 2-1 is an extra base plus a potential failure on Johnstone. So it's an RBI. Johnstone's a 35. Oh, surprise. No error. 6-4.
1 out. Men on first and second.
Does his job. It's 6-4, first and second for Needles. Under our trust right. That drops in base hit. 10 out line. Will score. Needles makes it 6-5. Hold on.
1 out. Men on first and second.
The Phillies are having troubles. And now Randolph. Heidi strikes him out. Well, Randolph is the only one of the starters batting below the Mendoza line. Bozzetti doesn't really count because he's not a full-time player. Here's Stanley. And he flies out. Garber gets 2 key outs. Yankees score 3, but they're still down by a run. 6-5.
Top of the 8th.
And now comes the hard part for Tidrow. Can he stop the bleeding? 1-3. Out to Fish-Schmidt. Cash. Base hit by Cash. But does Needles make a boo-boo at third base? The answer is... probably he does. So Cash moves to second. So it's a single and a boo-boo by Needles. Third error of the day.
The defense is playing in at the corners.
Tidrow can't get the hits. It will be Jim York who will come in to try to stop the bleeding. Boa will take a walk.
No outs. Men on first
During
and
the 8th
second.
inning,
the defense is playing.
You'll be allowed to intentionally walk, and you definitely have to intentionally walk. You know who? You don't want Mike Schmidt blowing up the game. You got to take your chances with Lisinski and Allen.
No outs. Bases loaded.
If you're gonna base,
the infield in.
You're gonna intentionally walk Mike Schmidt. You have to. Here's Lisinski. Fly by the left. It will be deep enough. It's a sac fly for Lisinski. 7-5.
1 out. Men on first and second.
Could be worse. Now, do you walk Allen to get Johnstone? Yes. They're going to intentionally walk Dick Allen because they know how volatile he's been.
1 out.
With 3 singles.
Bases loaded.
They're going to take their chances on Johnstone. Ooh, a rare play. It's a 3, so we go to the book. And the book says 1-6, not well the first. Chambliss. He fires home. He's safe. And they advance. So they get Johnstone, but he gets an RBI ground out to make it 8-5. Question is, do you keep York? Well, he hasn't given a hit. Second, third. Do you walk Maddox to get the boot? No. They're going to pitch to Maddox. And good work. 6-3. Phillies threw 2 in the 8th to make it 8-5.
1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th. Here comes Gamble. And he goes down strike 3.
1 out, base is empty.
Now what do? Here comes Rivers. Hit the short, and he's out. That's 2. You know what
2
Jim
outs,
Garber
base is
probably
empty.
wants to do. Here's White. See ya! That's gone! My boy Roy makes it 8-6.
2 outs, base is
The
empty.
second home run of the postseason. Garber's going to come out. Now, there's a problem, though. Do I go for a 4-out save? Because yeah, I have to, because you have to throw 3 batters. Well, you know what they're going to do. They need a save. And Tug McGraw, who's played 4 appearances, made 4 saves. He's got to come in. No face Munson. Who flies out to left, so Tug does his job.
1 run, 1 hit, and none left on.
The 3 innings, the 3
Top
batters
of the
throw.
9th.
Top of the 9th. You got Boone, Bozzetti, and Cash. Boone's got 3 singles. You definitely are going to let him hit. Nope, breaking George Jefferson.
1 out, base is empty.
And Bozzetti has done nothing. It's a 2-run game, though. They're going to go with Tony Taylor, who a lot of people said could have been the DH today. Pitch in the way. The 40-year-old, part of the 6'4" king like Dick Allen, he rounds out the short.
2 outs, base is empty.
Dave Cash. They're going to go with Ollie Brown. Yeah, they're going to go with Ollie Brown. This will be his third at bat. Pitch in the way. And a base hit by Ollie.
2 outs, men on first.
Now comes the boa constrictor. Now he goes in. Base hit by Boa. Does Rivers make a boo-boo? He made a few in game 2, I think, or whatever. He does. That's the 4th error for the Yankees. It's 2nd and 3rd. Now.
2 outs, men on 2nd and 3rd.
Yep. And Schmitz comes up, you know what you're going to have to do. They're going to have to give the freebie to Schmidt. After all, he did hurt them in
two
games
outs,
2 and 3.
Bases loaded.
Now you got Lisinski. York says, I got 2 outs. Through second base. And, possible field single. He has the advantage, though. But he's out. Lucky break for York.
No runs.
He's out. Lisinski thought he had an RBI.
And 3 left on.
8-6.
Bottom of the 9th.
They leave a few runners on. They need a second baseman. And that will be Harmon. Terry Harmon's going to come in to play second base, not Andrews. It's 8-6. It's Piniella, Chambliss, and Nettles. Piniella has done decently, so they'll let him in. They'll keep him in. Ooh, that's a rare play. 57+1. I know. That is a rare play. We go to the book. The book says 3-4. Lumen drive the right field. Johnstone's defense grading. It has to be a 6, though. But it's a fine running catch.
1 out, base is empty.
And Piniella is upset. Here's Chambliss. Gambo the Boa. Got him. That's 2. One more out for the Phillies to put the boots to the Yankees. Sweep it. And we'll be done PC replay till next Friday. We'll be setting up the 32-team seasonal thing. Here's Nettles. Last hope. And Lowell makes the catch. And that's it. The Philadelphia Phillies have swept the 1976 Championship Series against the New York Yankees. They were nearly flawless. They could thank the New York Mets, give them a fruit basket, because without that, Mets upset over the Reds. Who knows? Maybe they would have been the Reds in the finals. Ron Schuler gets the double. Doyle Alexander gets a loss after everything. Ted McGraw's 5th save. Roy White's the MVP, despite him being on the losing team. Honestly, I don't think so. I think it's Dick Allen. Boone had 2 RBIs too, but Dick Allen had 2 key RBIs when they basically took the bat away from Schmidt, and he can only get 3 singles. I think that Dick Allen deserved the player of the game. But Michael Jack Schmidt is definitely the series MVP. The Phils, 8 runs, 18 hits, 2 boo-boos. 14 left on base, but they were 7 for 18 with runners in scoring position. Cash and Allen were the boo-boos. In the outfield, Rivers with his 3rd error, Nettles with his 3rd, Chambliss and Tidrow. So 6 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors for the Yankees, 9 left on base, 4 for 13 runs in scoring position. All 6 Yankee runs were earned, and 2 of the 8 Philly runs were unearned. Christensen went 5 2/3. They figured they needed to get him out quickly. Ron Schuler came in. He gave up 3 runs, but he still won the game. Garber with his 3rd hold. McGraw picks up his 5th save. Guy went 5 games, 5 saves, no runs against. The Yankees. Holtzman ran 6 1/3. They needed to yank him because Schmidt was coming up. Doyle Alexander thought he could do it, but he couldn't. Tidrow couldn't do the job. York kind of did the job. 3 hours, 39 minutes. That will do it. The Phillies win 8-6. Series stats. Phillies outscored the Yankees 27-14. They almost doubled the Yankees' run. They almost did. The Yankees only outscored the Phillies in 1 inning. That was the 6th, 1-0. The 2nd inning was 0-0. Phillies scored 7 runs in the 1st, 9 in the 7th. The Yankees, their runs apart, 4 in the 7th, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 1st. Final scores were 5-3, 7-4, 7-1, 8-6. So the Yankees didn't get blown out of the water except for Game 3, but it had some close ones. But Michael Jack Schmidt, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Is he player of the game? Seriously, you bet. 563 batting average, 9 for 16. He scored 7 times. He had 1 double, 4 tater tots. 10 RBIs. He walked 3 times, twice intentionally in Game 4. Whiffed 4 times. Yeah, Mike Schmidt whiffed 3 times in Game 1, but he came back stronger than ever. Look at the batting averages of the guys, like the 8 guys. The 8 regulars. The DH spot, take away the DH spot. The lowest batting average was 267 by Cash, Maddox, and Johnstone. Every Philly regular, except for the designated hitter, there were only 3 hits that out of those 8 guys. Hudden, Bassetti, and Oli Brown. Yeah, they were just hitless. But yeah, every Philly regular except for the DH, well, of course, in a normal thing, they would be the pitcher, had at least 4 hits. That's how bad it was. Well, the Phillies had 49 hits and 3 errors. The Yankees 38 hits, 5 errors. 4 in game number 4. Yikes. Look at the pitching. Lomberg, Carlton, Christensen, and the Jim Cat as starters. All 4 at least went 5 innings. Lomberg had the complete game, not Steve Carlton. Well, Carlton was shelled for 3 home runs. McGraw, Garber, Schuler, and Twitchell were the guys in essence. Yeah, Twitchell, I'm actually surprised. The Yankees, their 4 home runs by Chambliss, Nettles, White, and Gamble. The RBIs were 3 by Chambliss, 3 by White, 2 by Nettles, 2 by Gamble, 2 by Piniella. So yeah, they basically had a lot of things going for them. Velez, May, and Sandy Alomar were pinch hitting. Yeah, Velez had a double, but no, they were Lou Piniella. They needed to. The batting averages were not too bad. Munson, Randolph, and Stanley were below the Mendoza line. 2 for 11 for Randolph, 2 for 11 for Stanley, and 3 for 17 for Munson. The bright spot was 357 by Piniella, 5 for 14, and also 6 for 17 by Chris Chambliss, which wasn't half bad. Pitching wise, Holtzman, Figueroa, Ellis, and Catfish. Well, Catfish only lasted an inning a third. The other 3 at least lasted 5 innings. Holtzman lasted the longest, 6 and a third. Jim York pitched 6 innings in 3 games. Doyle had pitched 3 times. Kidrow pitched 3 times. Yeah, they didn't really have it. Catfish couldn't have it. Grant Jackson, they didn't want to go back to. 27-14 is your final 4-game score, and the Phillies are your champions. And the Phillies 11-1. These guys went 11-1. The only boo-boo was against Houston in Game 2 at home too. They lost 6-5, and then they won 10 in a row. 6-4, 18-15, 3-0, 6-4, 6-5, 9-6, 5-3, 7-4, 7-1, 8-6. They only had 2 true blowouts. Game 1 against Houston and Game 3 against the Yankees, pardon. But man, what a job by the Phillies. We're going to look at the statistics. Pitching, let's go by RBIs. Michael Jack Schmidt with 20, Allen with 11, Bo with 9, Laczynski with 9, Boone with 8, Johnston with 8, Maddox 7, Cash with 6, Tom Hudden in 7 games had 3, Tim McCarver 6 games had an RBI. Fred Andrews even had an RBI. I forgot when. But yeah, most plate appearances without an RBI. 8 by Tony Taylor. Bossetti had 5 plate appearances and Blackwell 5 appearances without a RBI. I don't know if they had the chances. Well, you know it was Michael Jack Schmidt. Pitching wise for the Phillies, ERA wise, in a sense. Well, Carlton 3-0 with a 1.14 ERA in 3 starts. Lomberg 3-0 with 3.46 in 3 starts. Jim Cat 1-0, 5.09 batting average in 3 starts. And Christensen 1-0 with a 6.4 ERA in 3 starts. Tuck McGraw pitched 5 games without giving a burn. Ron Reed, Wayne Twitchell, Jerry Garber, Ron Schuler, Randy Lurch pitched 2 games in the postseason, and Tom Underwood, but they were not used in the championship series. They didn't really need them. So hats off to the Philadelphia Phillies for winning this championship. So they did it, and now I can go on uninterrupted and worry about the 32-team seasonal league. Simulate all the way to September 3rd. Is it September 4th that's supposed to have the stuff? Hang on a sec. Yeah, I jumped ahead of things. Yeah, I think it's the 4th, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just simulate the day. So September 4th, we will have 3 games on the docket. And as we look at the standings, can we look at the standings? No, I wish we did that. Guess we do have a wild card standings. Anyway, schedule wise. Okay, so the 27 Murders Row Yankees, the 54 Indians, the 1911 $100,000 infield A's, the 69 Orioles, and the 93 Blue Jays are all above 500. Whereas only 3 teams in the AL West are above 500. The 2001 Mariners, the 1919 Black Sox, and the 2023 Texas squad, who are 2 games above 500. Right now, it looks like they've had it, but Houston's pushing strong. Nationally, there's only 4 teams above 500: the 1912 Giants, the 1942 Cardinals, the 1906 Cubs, and the 1975 Reds. As of right now, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Pittsburgh, and Montreal would fill out the 18 format because one league has 8 above 500. That's what we'll do. Montreal's at 67, but Philly and San Francisco are bringing up the rear. Atlanta, Brooklyn, Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's interchangeable. 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. As of right now, that season ends on the 18th, and we will do it, of course, in real time. So we'll see what ends up happening and all that. I'm Jeff Diamond at Do.